Welcome back. I'd now like to call upon our FPMT Spiritual Director, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, to give us his motivation for the meeting. Could I invite you, Rinpoche, to sit on the throne? Could I invite you to sit on the throne?
No, I can speak here. No. Or there, or doesn't matter. As long as people can hear.
You comfortable there?
Very comfortable.
Good. Good.
You did the motivation led by Dr. The morning, which that is what I've been teaching recently, different places, some more elaborate, some short, but that's to begin the life motivation that morning. First thing, when you open the eye, then to think of this motivation. What you heard this morning was, that's a lumbar motivation, very basic. The basic motivation by the Dajicang Bajidar Losa Jiba, great Lama. Because I have received the lineage from Geshe Senge, Mongolian great scholar, was a great practitioner, holy being Geshe Senge Rinpoche from Tibet, who became able to set a chain in Tibet after Mao Zedong died. 20 years, so much distraction. Then next president gave little freedom to open the monastery, to have some monks, not like before, but just something like that. I don't know, whatever the reason is, that's tourist or to show they give freedom in Tibet, I'm not sure. So that's Geshe Senge Rinpoche. He gave to me in the Dharamsala, I think. So 2 months maybe received the teachings and most secret Hayek gave us the commentary, that 3 volumes written by great Lama of Mongolia, Khagatan Doje, and 2 volumes written by Lama. So we received both from then other initiations and the protectors and besides the high initiation, different high initiation, so forth, and then other rooms and things like that, like diamond colors room and others. Damsala, so all the this text was Gishla gave to good to normally. Then she gave the room of that as well. So and then I added the first verse from a stanza from 8 verses, and then some of the Buddha Avatara, or dealing with the, how to live the life, and normal, ordinary world, the sin, probably happiness came from you, maybe, I'm not sure. Or maybe somebody believe from God or some. But something like that. But however, in this motivation, Bodhisattva, in this Mahayana teaching, all the happiness, all the good things, all the happiness, all your happiness, all the good things came from sentient being. Even Buddha Dharma Sangha, you always take refuge and rely on to free from oceans or some type of suffering, not only raw, then to achieve the complete elimination of the obscuration, the completion of all the realizations, Buddhahood, of the sentient. But the sentient beings. So, even Buddha, and then to bring the numberless sentient beings, free them from oceans of some type of suffering, and bring them to the state of omniscient mind, and so all that we're able to do, they do to but relying on Buddha Dharma Sangha. So even Buddha Dharma Sangha came from sentient beings. The sentient beings, the most precious, the most dear, most kind. You're all the wishful in the sentient beings. And that's the ultimate practice in the Mahayana, primary teaching, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra. So, main focus of our life, of our living, of our life, of our breathing. So, that is breathing in our life, Bodhisattva. It's for sentient beings. So, every sentient beings. So, every sentient, even for every ants. Every maggot. So you pose their life to free suffering. Every maggot, because every mosquitoes, all like that. So you did this morning. That's what. So maybe, perhaps maybe tomorrow I'll go through that. So yes, you do, and then just with blessing speech and some clarifications, and so that. So I'm not going to go as I explain the meaning. Sangye Chodan Tsukishon La. So already have done moderation this morning, but we still decide that to make strong the moderation and taking refuge with Dhamma Sangha. So on the basis of refuge, but Sangha Chodan Tsukishon La Chanchoba Dan Kapsuji, to Buddha Dhamma Sangha go for refuge, and Oh, the meeting is done on the basis of that. And that is so deep, so namji, development. And then, all the past, present, future marriage collected by you, three-time marriage collected by numberless saints, by numberless Buddhas. That's the marriage of wisdom, marriage of virtue. So, do that to them to in order to benefit all the transmigratory beings, which means free them from oceans of samsara suffering, oceans of samsara suffering, oceans of suffering of pain, and the oceans of some suffering of change, all the samsara pleasure, all the samsara pleasure, what the common world, people, beggars, zillionaires, billionaires, everybody is trying, is just the worldly pleasure, nothing else, future life, nothing else, even temporary pleasure, tomorrow, I mean, what is the next life happiness, nothing involved, even that, even temporary pleasure, but next life, nothing for that. Nothing but the ultimate happiness, liberation from oceans of samsara suffering, nothing is there, nothing is there. To achieve elimination of the obscuration, completion of all the realization, nothing but that. Life, just this life, pleasure has the ordinary world, billionaires, beggars, also insects, all that, like that. Then then you see a benefit. To benefit. Then for that, to free from every sentient being, every single normal human being. Some people think maybe only human, but every single sentient beings, free them from oceans or samsara suffering. To bring this mind down. That's the treaty of enlightenment. The meeting is our meeting here. Is done on the basis of the refuting bodhicitta. So that's motivation. So we do this prayer, to a throne, and then. Yeah. So For that reason, the night meeting, more than that. Motivation bodhicitta, the what I mentioned, and then to the meeting. Sanje dan do ji jo namala chan jo bora do da ni ja zo je da ge ji zo je be zo namala How wonderful is all the sentient beings are free from attachment and anger, the disagreement things, sentient beings far and closer. Thereby the equanimity, I will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please grant my blessings to be able to do this. So from Buddha, nectar beings imitated and purified the delusions and the anger attachment, and generate all the realization, particularly the equanimity. Equanimity, free from anger attachment, discriminating some sentiment, far more closer. Within oneself and sentient beings. How wonderful it is if all the sentient beings are in the state of enlightenment. In normal prayer, there's happiness. But when you say happiness, for example, my mind normally think of happiness and the temporary happiness. You never think. Kind of hard to think about the ultimate happiness, enlightenment. Always, when you happiness, always you think of temporary happiness. Our mind could use of that. Only think of temporary happiness, which is the only nature of suffering. So imageable. When you do the succession yoga, I do the generating the imageable loving kindness. I use the enlightenment. So that then and that happens, then everything happens. So all the other happiness, ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, that happens. So it happens. So I prefer to say enlightenment than just happiness, which normally means just ordinary. Mind easy to think ordinary happiness. So, of course, it doesn't mean that it means all the happiness, but yeah, the importance, most important. So, how wonderful it is that all the sentient beings abide in the state of enlightenment. And so, may they abide in the state of the total elimination of obscuration, or the completion of all the realization, Buddhahood. I'll cause them to achieve the state of the Sangye. Please grant me blessings to be able to do this. Buddha purified all the obscurations, the wrong concept, and particularly the anger. Generally, all the realizations, particularly the loving kindness. The immeasurable loving kindness. Towards all the sentient beings. So then may cause them to achieve the kasa, the sangye. Think it was numberless helpers, numberless hunger ghosts, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless sura beings, numberless asura beings, intermediate beings. To think it was everything, everything like that. Please, Guru, that's grant me blessings, to be able to do this. Then generating the image of compassion. How wonderful is that all the sentient beings abide in the image of compassion. How wonderful is that all the sentient beings free from suffering and the cause of the suffering. May they be free from the sufferings. Oh, they include the cause. I'll cause them to be free from sufferings. Please, Guru Buddhas, grant my blessings to be able to do this. All the negative things imitate of the obscurations, the wrong concepts. Purified particularly because the self-changing thought and purified and all of the particular, all the generated all the right realizations, and especially immeasurable compassion generated. Towards every helping, hunger goes, animals, human beings, sura beings, asura beings, intermediate beings, towards everything. Yeah. Then the immeasurable joyfulness generating. May all sentient beings not be separated away. The higher realm, the happiness, and the ultimate happiness may not be separated from away from that. Our cause them to not be separated away from the temporal, higher temporal happiness, higher realm temporal happiness, or then ultimate happiness obtaining that one. Towards numberless helpers, hunger gods, animals, human beings, sura beings, asura beings, intermediate beings. Please, Guru Buddhas, grant blessings to be able to do this. So, that remains limited and completely purified all obscuration from other things. Yeah. You can, because of the opposite, you can do that. Because, attachment to the samsara or perfection pleasures, and as well as the self-chasing thought, ignorance, the root of samsara, truly holding truly existence, ignorance, all purified and generated all the right realizations, particular renunciation, both is the right view. Yeah. Then kasade. Then the can do the shorter one, the last one. Not the very last, but the last, the Bodhichaptara. So, as Bodhisattva says, may become always the means of living for sentient beings. Like four elements, like water, that they use the water for their happiness. So many different ways they use for happiness. Like that, I'm used by sentient beings for their happiness. Then to be used like earth by sentient beings. So many different ways for their pleasure. I'm to be used by sentient beings for their any pleasure, like earth. Then fire. They use fire so many different ways for their pleasure. I'm to be used by sentient beings for their happiness. All kinds of. Like that, and then like the wind used by sentient beings, so many different ways for their happiness. Like that, I'm used for their happiness, so many different ways. Like that, then like sky used by sentient beings for their happiness, so many different ways, and I'm used to be used by sentient beings for the also happiness, like that. And then she said, as long as space abide, as long as suffering sentient being abide and eliminates suffering the sentient beings. So the so like that. To meeting for them as the best as possible to serve the teaching Buddha, and that means that without the teaching Buddha, there's no way help the sentient being free from suffering and cause of suffering, and cause the ultimate happiness, that just temporary happiness, ultimate happiness after enlightenment. And to achieve that, you must. We have to let them to understand what is the cause of happiness, and let them to create the cause of happiness, practice. So therefore, this is what the FPMT involved, main function, that. So many, not only teaching Dharma, but so many different ways benefiting sentient beings. But ultimately, that's to free from oceans or something, and to bring in the ultimate happiness, because of the liberation from oceans or samsara suffering, and total elimination, obscuration, completion of all the realizations of Buddhahood. So without the teaching Buddha, impossible. There's no way. So this is for sentient beings. So I don't know how to. So how many years ago since the organization started? I remember Dharamsala many years ago. Peter was there, and first meeting was done at Dharamsala, Tushita. There were 6-7 people, I think, at Dharamsala, Tushita. I don't think you were there. Yeah, probably. So I've been organized. I remember that Tushita Dharamsala was the very first time. So I started the meeting, and then so the FPMT started with Lama, and then the organization, so 40 years, have been developing more. Beginnings had so much difficulties. We have had so much difficulties. because people came to Gabon, the young people, they just finished university, and they came in. Then after you finish your school or university, then you go around the world, to look for pleasure or to whatever, for look for pleasure or new life, whatever it is. During the explosion, the hippie explosion of drugs, mushrooms, and Buddha grass, and other things, and hippies, and in Nepal, I remember in those very early times when we arrived in Nepal, those who were staying there from India. So in every corner of the Kathmandu, wherever you go, Western people come. Every corner of Kathmandu come out, very, very piled affairs, because we're taking so much drugs. So very, very piled, dusted, piled affairs, and every corner you go, you meet. And those times, it's like that, the biggest time of the explosion, the hippies, so like that, our people, students, so exploring the life, checking the life, what different things can do. Something different from the West. So anyway, the FPMT like that. So I also told last time different meetings. So in the early times we had a lot of difficulties. So came after you finish university or something, I came to Gabon, then do the course, then benefited them. And so they go back and they want to start something to benefit others as the benefit to them. So then they invite Geshe, Chancellor, they of course, expenses. Then they don't know how to do business. Then they don't know how to do business. Then lose $100,000 or this and that, debt and lose, and so gained a lot of experience, hardships. So developed for many years. FPMT, came see, like airplane, landing, airplane like this, yeah, like this, then slowly takes off. So like that. Much difficulties at the beginning for many years. So now better. Now compared to others, now much better. Now much more experience, how to run, how to benefit others, also develop more education. So I see it's more compassion now. As the year goes, I see more and more compassion. So that overall, more compassion. That's the most important education. Without compassion, there's no peace in the world. So there's no peace in the family. There's no peace in society. There's no peace in yourself. There's no peace for sentient beings without compassion. So the compassion is growing. Generally, overall, more compassion. So more education, Dharma, more awakening, not sleeping, more awakening. So that's good. The master, the basic program, master program. So now more centers having master program, then basic program, almost all the so many centers, and so very, very good, very good. So much, first we have to hear Dharma. From qualified teachers, we have to hear Dharma, or then reflect, then meditate on the part, then have realization. So like that, so it's good. Okay, so that part, learning part is okay, good. Of course, we are depending on which center. Of course, we need to develop. Yeah. So now, overall, of course, Buddha's teaching, everything is 84,000 teachings. What Buddha most taught is 84,000 teachings. And that comes in that Hinayana, Paramedayana, Mahayana Tantra. So, like that. So then all are condensed into Lamrim to subdue the mind, especially to subdue the mind. Not for numbers to understand, but mainly subdue the mind. So integrated into Lamrim. And that is a great part of the work of Milky Mahikava. Then integrated into three principal aspects of the path to Lamrim, Lamzo Namsum. All of that. So, to the mind. So that's why even philosophical teaching, extensive philosophical teaching is taught. But taught not just that learning, just learning scripture, learning like university to pass degree or to get degree, then you get a job, you can teach. No, not just that. Those are taught, but somehow the teacher mainly concentrates to subdue the mind, and all comes on the Lamrim. All comes on the Lamrim, condensed in Lamrim, comes on Lamrim. So they kind of related to meditation, something like that, and even learning philosophy at the same time. So goes back to the conclusion, goes back to the Lamrim, and like that. However, the meditation subdue the mind. So that's the most important focus. How the disciple becomes, one way, how the disciple subdue the mind, how much it can subdue the practice Dharma, it depends on the teacher as well. Teacher's qualification, teacher's way of teaching, way of presenting also. It's very much true that. Very much to that. So that's why normally teacher who had great success didn't do extensive study of Haramba and that, didn't do extensive study of philosophy, but studied Lamrim, the essence of Sutra Lamrim, essence of Tantra, the deity's path, and like that. So we had great success of realizations. So normally they advise to practice, to meditate, to learn the essence, and to meditate, to practice. The learned teachers, Haramba, were learned teachers who studied extensive philosophy and so forth, because they themselves did that. So there's so much learning, so much extensive learning, they themselves did that. So then they also disciples, and they give advice, must learn extensively and more emphasis on the learning rather than meditation. Integrated into Lamrim and to the mind. Well, it depends so much on the teacher, how the teacher guides the disciple. Very much it depends on that. So mainly most generally speaking, the Harambas who studied very extensive there, because themselves has been like that, so they also advise the disciples mainly on the study. That's how General Sims. Then the teacher who had realizations, and then they advise them the practice of meditation. It's like that. How yourself has been. However, Lama Tungaba said, Tangwajaji, the Mamando of the Shinglet and the Kazat, Tambasha. Munya, Tambaji, Chedum. Tamanya, Kundjabsula, Gunya Tambaji, Chedum. Tambo. First, do the extensive listening. Portugal, Shinglet and Tambasha. Middle one is all the scriptures then appear into practice, instruction, into practice. That's great. That's the way of understanding the teachings. Not only study like universities and able to explain, this is no. But so after listening, then everything appears to you as instruction, as a practice. Oh, Lamato, that's the way to understand. That's the way of studying Dharma. At the end, then practice day and night. Then all are dedicated to for the teaching Buddha. All the merits, all the effort, teaching Buddha. So, and also Dhamdhamba, not to the Sabbath, I think there's good Dhamdhamba, and the liberation palm in your hand. While he's doing listening, he does reflection. While he's reflecting, he does meditation. So, integration of extensive listening, middle listening, small listening, higher, while he's listening, he does reflection. While he's reflecting, he's meditation. So it's all same. What Lama Tsongkhapa said, what this said, same. So, wow, that's, appearing as practice. Oh, that is way of studying. So you study and it appears to you as a practice for you. Oh, that's the way of studying. So then you practice, you see? Not just study, then so that you can teach others. So that's pretty smart. Then you make money. That's very mundane, very mundane, very mundane, nothing special. So, so you see, need to learn as much as one can, as much as one can need to learn so that you know how to practice after that. Otherwise, you don't know how to practice. And then your practice becomes very limited. Little understanding, little study, little understanding, then very limited practice. Oh, that's what happens. So like that. So many obstacles arises because you know very little practice, you don't have much understanding. So, that is similar in the worldly activities also on their own Dharma. So then, yeah, so, so I don't know much to say. I don't especially. So, just, so we do that a lot. So also, I think we do have several retreat places. So Washington, we bought extra land for retreat. So there's a benefited a few houses, a few retreat houses. So we're thinking to build, after what happened? To build one. Next spring. So few houses. Men one side, women one side, nun and lay women one side, monk and layman one side. So like that. So like that, build few houses. And then that is a lifetime retreat. That's a lifetime retreat. It's not you know, as a very different, not like putting in the prison, not like living in the prison. Some people don't know, then they might appear, oh, you're going to be in prison, lifetime prison. So many people might think like that. It doesn't know about practice of Dharma, doesn't know, so that's very much possible. There's one monastery, Christian monastery, between Italy and Spain. I think there's one Atron monastery. I've been there. It looked like Tibetan monastery. So a mountain like this, and then you come, you have these big trees you don't see. Then after the tree, then a mountain like this, and then there's a big monastery. Those monks cannot go outside in the past. Not allowed to go outside at all, whole life. But now they're meeting all the Christians, priests, or Christians or the Catholic, I'm not sure. So they're meeting. So they decided the monks to allow liberty to go 1 mile or something short outside, and they come back. So the monks, few monks dead, and the inside cremation, graveyard is inside. Monks who died. So they had a big party. That's the biggest party when the monk dies, and they think it's gone to heaven. Going to heaven. So there was a big party, and the reality was it's going to happen not. But maybe Lord, big party. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. So we met the abbot, and we went. I think we went 2 times or 1 time. I don't remember. So there was one monk, white beard, big white beard, at the gate. One. So then we go inside, and then the monk's room outside. Monk's room, you enter monk's room, then outside there's one room on the kind of boundary, where they can make because they're not allowed to go. So to not get bored, they can make something, just weave something or something, But life it's I don't know. It's if it's worldly concern, motivation, then life will be, I think, very difficult to enjoy, satisfaction, enjoy this. Really difficult if the motivation is at all Dharma. Anyway, so that. But you see, retreat, the happy life. Well, retreat Lamrim. Lamrim, to freeing yourself, at least, even not Mahayana, practicing not Mahayana, but freeing yourself from samsara. Wow, 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 full noble truth. Wow, 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 wow. Give you wow, ultimate happiness. Wow, 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 wow. Most amazing. So anyway, then bodhicitta, wow, wow, then can you imagine happiness for numberless, enlightenment, numberless sentient beings, not only free them from ocean sometimes, but bring them to wow, 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 wow. Can you imagine what happiness is more than that? There's no happiness more than that. What more greater than that? What there's no happiness in the life than that. Wow, 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 wow. So that is not from prison, going into prison, not like that. So anyway, so then, Lamrim, not just Shine, no. Lamrim, without the Hindu have Shine, Hindus have Shine, we have the Shine numberless times, we are born homeless numberless times. Yeah, what? But Lamrim realization, then Shine useful Lamrim realization, bodhicitta renunciation, then Tangtri realization, so cooking Latin, then like that. So control has going to guide, and we're hoping one monk from Sarah, South India, Sarah man. He is an expert in the philosophy, in all the Monastery. He is an expert. In Sarah, he used to go after trouble. He used to go to meditate near cemetery night time alone every night, and then daytime stay with people like normal like that. So he actualized bodhicitta, all that. He sent by his illness to Tibet, and he was maintaining a very isolated place in Tibet. So now we did connect, able to connect. So he was going to give teaching to some geishas, came from India. He was going to give how to practice bodhicitta, Shine. So we're thinking to send some, I don't know, maybe able to go record or something. But we're thinking to invite this monk from Tibet to Washington to guide. He can live there, but also a few months he can, at least he can guide. And then he can go back. But we need to ask his Holiness, I don't know what the... So that's one hope we have to guide the people. He's especially very good in guiding people individually. So that's very, very important. I think because clairvoyance, achieved, then you can guide people individually what they needed. So this is our hope. So 1 or 2, 3 people have the realization, then can benefit. Wow, can benefit so much in the West. Then can really give inspire. So that's what we need. To deepen the Buddha Dharma, we need that. Not just a shallow, when you put tsamba on the water, doesn't go inside, stay outside water. No, then Buddhism is not so strong, not like Tibet, Indian Tibet, where so many actualized paths. Become Bodhisattva, become Buddha, so many. So That won't happen. Oh, that's of course difficult because West, of course, sense pleasure, the outside cheat, outside the pleasure, outside sense pleasure so much in the West. So in Tibet, in Nepal, in the not much. So because of that, so much, so the life is so much distracted in the sense pleasures, so much, and so the attachment or the delusion. So, it's if you are able to practice Dharma, it's a great challenge. Great hero. Wow, in the Western practice, great hero. Who was able to be a monk, able to be a nun, even lay person, but pure Dharma. Wow, so like that. But generally speaking, generally speaking, it's not easy. So in Tibet and Nepal, like that. Why there's so many caves, so many hermitage, so many holy places. Wow, it's like Milarepa, different place where he achieved realization. Wow, like that is it. So, generally speaking, not easy. But those who are doing practice is so challenge, so hero. Oh, that is the main thing about sanghas have to think, hero. So, here we become a hero of a delusion. Wow, you become hero. Then you achieve liver, even not Buddha, but Arhat, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's become Buddha. So the sanghas, you have to know you are the hero of the world, to fight to prevent the wars of delusion and peace from that delusion. That's the real hero. Also lay practitioners. Lay practitioners also, that's Dharma practice, pure Dharma practice. That. So, this is what sanghas, especially. Oh, we have to realize. People killed many people. Army killed many people in the war. Enemy. Then the government gives very high rank, many numbers, full of here, up here, down here, full of numbers. One here, there, here. Oh, and they should be full here. Then maybe also down. The whole dress covered with numbers. Then they so much fame and wealth. So here, the Sangha, especially the warrior, for delusion, that delusion, from beginningless life, we have been under the control of delusion. We have been under the control of delusion. Delusion has been, the word I forgot. The countries where there's one person run. What do you call? Dictator. Delusion has been dictator to us, to yourself from beginningless lifetime. From beginningless lifetime, delusion has been dictator to harm yourself, continuously harm yourself, harm others, and me. Now and then you become a Sangha and monks dance, then you overcome all the delusion. No? Then also let people practitioners also like that. So that's all. That's all my talk. Okay. So realization through meditation, realization. That's what we need to put effort now. Really, that's so. I think it's great. Oh, thank you. Then what? Finish? Lunch? Huh? Okay, thank you. First, sorry, I'm buzzing your ears. I'm very sorry. Any infection happened.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche, for kindly providing us with such a wonderful motivation and opening for our CPMT meeting. Thank you so very much. Just a couple of announcements before lunch. First of all, many of you will not have picked up your name badges as yet. Please, if you haven't picked up your name badge, they are over on the table at the side here, so please feel free to go and pick up your name badge. If your name badge is missing, please see Helen there, and she will follow up and get you a name badge. All right? A couple of other things. There are portaloos as well at the back of the stupa here. So if you need to use the portaloos, there are some at the back. There are also toilets in the cafe area. You might have already discovered those where you went this morning. Just a reminder. The other thing is we are aware that a number of you have arrived this morning and have maybe not as yet registered or oriented yourself to the environment. Please feel free to meet with Tara over beside the table there at the back. If that is the case, Tara will follow up and take care of you from there. We'd like to invite you now to lunch, and we would also ask you to be back seated at 2 o'clock, ready for our afternoon sessions. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All the food. Huh?
All the prayers. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Does anyone lead?
Om ahong, om ahong, om ahong. Lama sangye lama.
Yeah.
those around us in all future lives, never be separated from the three jewels, continuously make offerings to the three jewels, and receive the inspiration of the three jewels. The Supreme Teacher, the precious Buddha, the Supreme Refuge, the precious Dharma, the Supreme Guides, the precious Sangha, the Triple Gem, the object of refuge, I make offering. The qualities of the Buddha are inconceivable. The qualities of the Dharma are inconceivable. The Arya Sangha are inconceivable. Through regenerating faith in the inconceivable, the karmic ripening soul will also be inconceivable, and will be born in a pure realm. The Saviour, having great compassion, the Founder, having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, virtue that frees one from the lower realms, one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. This food, which has 100 flavors, is mouth-watering and well-made, to the King and his sons to be offered with faith. Through this offering, may all my greatest become wealthy and enjoy the food of concentration. Seeing this food as medicine, we eat without attachment or hatred, not become fat, not out of pride, not look strong, only to stay in the body. Through gathering together the organisms in my body with material things at the present, in the future may I gather them with Dharma, in order to achieve the state of a complete Buddha for the welfare of sentient beings. I'll consume this food and drink.
Enjoy.